What is your next move in your leadership journey? Take this opportunity to think strategically regarding how you can continue to develop yourself to prepare for your future goals. After completing this module, you will have a clear path of your interests, passions, and ways you can capitalize on your efforts while completing your Blue Chip leadership experience. Engagement can be described as how we as learners invest our energy into activities, subject materials, projects, and areas of interest. Koo describes student engagement as the more students study a subject, but the more they know about it. The more a student practices and gets feedback from faculty and staff members on their writing and collaborative problem solving, the deeper they come to understand what they are learning, and the more adept they become at managing, completing, tolerating ambiguity, and working with people from diverse backgrounds or with different views. When we engage in productive activities which relate to our interests, goals, and passions, we build a repertoire of knowledge and abilities to be successful in school, work, and life. At the University of Arizona, we define engagement as inspiring students to translate and apply their learning within and beyond the classroom into transformative practices and experiences that impact their professional and personal lives. Another way to define engagement is how people act in the workplace. Employee engagement is often defined by the emotional commitment an employee has to the organization and its goals. It's not just that they're happy or enjoy their job, but they are invested in the organizational goals and mission. Research has explored the many benefits of engaging students in education, as well as employees in the workplace. Across these disciplines, researchers have found similar outcomes in terms of people feeling that their investment in terms of time, energy, and the effort they put into learning about and completing a task, and then taking the time to consider what they have learned as a result, leads to building new skills and abilities that they can use in future situations. For students, being engaged translates into a higher likelihood of staying enrolled and completing a degree, and feeling overall more satisfied with their student experience. Businesses also enjoy engaged employees because it leads to better returns on investments, both monetarily and the time spent training and onboarding new employees, as well as more productive employees. Think about it. We've all had projects or tasks that we don't enjoy doing, but to actually feel engaged and invested in a project or an outcome can make us feel valued in the organization we're a part of, and also benefits us to feel as though our work has paid off. Blue Chip leadership is one of the ways we hope to engage you in a meaningful and transferable learning experience. But outside of your role as a student, engagement looks and probably sounds pretty familiar to what happens when you're doing activities and performing at your best. This goes for other roles you play in different aspects of your life. For example, how invested you are in your volunteer work, or roles you've taken on in your community. When we find ways to engage with our passions and interests, we learn so much about ourselves and how we can be successful in many areas of our lives. Take a few minutes to reflect on your ultimate long-term goals. These could be personal, career-related, or academically focused. Consider from the list some potential industries that you're interested in either working or learning more about. Click as many as apply to you, and feel free to add your own on a separate piece of paper. Now consider some activities you like or would be interested in doing more or learning about. Click as many as apply, or write down some that you enjoy but are not listed here. Now identify some social issues that you're really passionate about. What is something you're interested in learning about, more about doing, or creating change around? There are lots of ways to get engaged. The following is just a few of the many suggestions that exist for helping you to expand your network and getting connected to opportunities. First, it's always great to have someone who can mentor and sponsor you to go on to bigger and better things. This person could be someone where you work or perhaps someone who you do not directly work with, but has an idea of what you want to do and where you want to go. Look for a mentor who is willing to invest in providing you honest and helpful feedback on things like your resume and helping you build your network. It's important to have a support system to help you stay accountable for accomplishing your goals, professional or otherwise. Write down the name of someone you think would be a great mentor or sponsor for you on your future resume worksheet or on a piece of paper. Next, seek out opportunities to take on new projects or responsibilities that will challenge you to develop the skills and experiences you're looking for. It's about saying yes to obligations that are mutually beneficial for you and the individual or organization who's providing the opportunity. If you're currently in a workplace, maybe this means asking for a new project or identifying a project or work group that has needs that needs some fresh perspective. If you're looking to get involved in a new organization, look for an opportunity to serve in a volunteer or leadership role or work on a project that needs a little bit of extra assistance. Most of the time, people won't say no to someone who wants to get involved for free time and labor. It's also important to grow and maintain your network. Networking is key to getting connected to the people and industries you wish to be a part of. It's especially important to keep up with current events and on upcoming opportunities to get involved in things you're interested in. Search for professional associations to join and networking groups in your area. Be sure to share your contact information so they can reach out to you and keep you updated, and ask for theirs as well. Do you just want to find out what's going on and need a fresh place to start? Most of that comes from simply just showing up. Find out what public forums and presentations are going on in your area that you can learn more about. This is a great way to find out future areas that you can get engaged and involved in, such as events or volunteer opportunities. Lastly, don't forget about your brand. What are ways that you can connect with people and stay in touch once you meet them? One way is to bring a business card, if you have one. This way you can have your contact information and a way to share who you are, as well as exchange with people that you meet. If you don't have a current place of employment, that's fine. You can still have one. Many websites allow you to custom design your own business card and print it for a reasonable price. Or you can search for websites that let you print a couple out at home. Include your key skills and experiences that relate to the goals you are looking for and working towards. Don't forget about your online and social media presence. Keep your LinkedIn live, up to date, and active. Look for different tips and resources on maintaining an online presence and maximizing your influence in a positive way through the University of Arizona Student Engagement and Career Development website. The University of Arizona has hundreds of opportunities for you to get involved. The biggest challenge might just be figuring out where to start. This slide is a list of just a few of the places you can start to find the types of experiences you're looking for. Remember that using your network, asking questions of your peers, mentors, faculty and staff members, etc., is one of the best ways to find the opportunities that will help you develop the skills and competencies future employers are looking for. Never be afraid to ask for suggestions or advice on how to get connected.